Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. Continuing in volume 2 of Riyadhus Saliheen, book number 17, the book of the prohibited actions, chapter 310, undesirability of quarreling or raising voices in the mosque. Narrated Abu Huraira radiyallahu anhu that Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if anyone hears a man crying out in the mosque about something he has lost, he should say, La raddaha Allahu alayka. May Allah not restore it to you. For masajid are not built for this purpose. Muslim. Narrated Abu Huraira radiyallahu anhu that Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when you see someone buying or selling in the mosque, say to him, La rabbaha Allahu tijarataka. May Allah not make your bargain profitable. When you see someone announcing something lost in it, may Allah not restore to you. May Allah not restore it to you. At-Tirmidhi. Narrated Buraidah radiyallahu anhu, a man announced the loss of his camel in the mosque, uttering these words, has anyone seen my red camel? Upon this, Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, may it not be restored to you. The masajid are built for what they are meant to be, i.e., salah, remembrance of Allah, acquiring knowledge, etc. Narrated Amr bin Shu'aib on the authority of his grandfather, radiyallahu anhu, that Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam prohibited us from buying and selling in the mosque. He also prohibited us from making an announcement in it about something lost and from reciting poems in it. Abu Dawood and At-Tirmidhi. Some ulama have stated that the prohibition in the above stated hadith is in the nature of aversion and disgust if the acts mentioned in the hadith do not lead to disturbing those engaged in worship, be it salah, recitation of the Quran, or similar good acts in the mosque. If they do disturb the worshippers, then the prohibition would be absolute. Recitation of such poems is prohibited which relate to love stories and romantic tales. There is no harm in reciting such poems in masajid which relate to the oneness of Allah, obedience to His Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and other subjects meant for the reformation of Muslims. It is permissible to talk about the problems of Muslims and any other issues which are concerned with the welfare of the community at large. It is prohibited to hold qawa'ili, singing spiritual topics in masajid, because it is accompanied by music and musical instrument. The verses in qawa'ili are largely based on exaggeration and go beyond the limits prescribed by Sharia. Such things unnecessarily pacify the sentiments of the public, incline them to inaction. It is a pity that many people regard qawa'ili permissible, which is sheer ignorance. Narrated As-Sa'ib bin Yazid radiyallahu anhu, while I was in the masjid, someone threw a pebble at me, and when I looked up, I saw that it was Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu, who said, go and call me these two men. I brought them, and Umar radiyallahu anhu asked them, where are you from? On their replying that they belonged to Ta'if, he said, had you been the inhabitants of Al-Madinah, I would have given you a beating for raising your voices in the masjid of Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Al-Bukhari. The action of Umar radiyallahu anhu mentioned in the hadith tells us that to speak loudly in the mosque amounts to desecrating it, which is a punishable offense. If one is able of it, he must stop people from acts which amount to denial of divine injunction and contravene the Sharia. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.